Right, morning. How is everyone? Just got a person walking behind me. Looks like Chris Tarrant. There we go. That's another dude jogging along. Everyone seems to be in good spirits this morning. Jolly good. Right. Question of order today. I was having a conversation with my partner, and she has a certain order when you go in the shower. I've never thought about this before, whether people have an order or not, but I'm not sure what the right order is. But for me, when I go, the way I shower is, I'm not going to go into any major details here, I'm just saying order. I always wash my hair last, so I kind of do body, beard and hair. But then contrary to that, my partner says hair and body, because the logic being that once you wash your hair, all the dirt runs down to your body, and then you rinse your body and wash your body, and then that clears it up. Whereas I go the other way and think, well, if I've washed my hair first, what if I get a little bit of like soap or something splashed up when I'm washing my body? Don't I make my hair dirty again? So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you have an order when you're showering? No big details, just order. You know, hair first, hair last. That's the question.
In 200 yards, at the roundabout, take the second exit.
I'm not sure I want to go this way. We'll see. See how bad the roads are today. The road closures are definitely lessening now. They're getting less. It's becoming more manageable as a journey again.
Exit the roundabout.
It's really annoying the other day. I had a really I had a good video on Tik Tok that was doing quite well, causing people to have a lot of discussion and a healthy debate, and then they took it down. So they said it was risky. I can only assume they thought it was risky because I was in a car, but ultimately I'm not holding a phone. The phone is secured, the camera is secured over there somewhere. Look, I have both hands on the wheel, I'm looking forward. It was annoying because I was getting a lot of good conversation out of it, you know. And then they're like, oh, I reckon someone just went, oh, I don't like that. But it's stupid, because if you go on YouTube, there's numerous videos of people doing that. Mainly, really popular one, driving with Goldbridge, exactly the same thing. But he doesn't get taken down. I don't get it. But maybe it's just someone who had the arse. I tried to challenge it, but they never came back to me. Shouldn't have gone this way. It is very slow. Good song, this. Bit of the midnight. This is so well written, this song. It actually hasn't got that many chords in it, but the melody is just absolutely thumping. What are people's thoughts when people put additional emblems on the back of their car? I've got a car in front of me, it's just a Vauxhall, but they've decided to add an additional silver skull emblem underneath the Vauxhall badge. I don't know how I feel about them. It's like, I mean, to be fair, I saw quite a good one the other day. There was like a pink Land Rover, so obviously the person that owned it was like a happy person. But they'd what they'd done is they'd changed it. Instead of having Discovery on the back, they'd just changed it to the Disco, which is fair enough. But I don't know. I just don't. It's never floated my boat. I've never done stuff like that. You know, people put their name on them as well, don't they? I don't really get it. I suppose it's personalisation, isn't it? It's no different to have a tattoo or, I don't know, a sticker or decal on your car. It's really annoying at the moment. I've got a cough and it just will not piss off. It's doing my head in. But it seems to be going round. Everyone seems to have a cough of some sort. It's like a real rattly one as well. So it sounds proper minging. It sounds like I smoke, but I don't. I quit smoking years ago. Very slow. He thinks this was a silly idea. I should have just gone my instinct and gone my own way. In the words of Fleetwood Mac, you got to go your own way. So many cement trucks on the road. How many building sites are there? I thought we were in a, well, I suppose our inflation's down a little bit now, isn't it? But I thought we were in a slight predicament in the labour sector, but maybe we're not. Or what it is, it's all going to building sites for houses that people just cannot afford. That we'll never see, the likes of you and I. This is boring. This really sucks. It's quite cold this morning as well. I was trying to do it when I see a motorbike. I'll move out of its way to let it go through the middle, because they're going to do it anyway, aren't they? No skin off my nose, Chief. They can crack on. It's so annoying. I just cleared my window with by dropping it down. It's just got wet again. There's a really funny lorry up here. It's like an HGV, massive lorry. And on the back it says, if you think this is slow, wait until I go uphill. Nice. I bet that doesn't infuriate any people behind him at all. I think it's quite cool, to be fair. Oh my god. Someone's got a really loud car stereo. I think it's the car in front with the rascal silver skull on the back. This is not good.
In 200 yards, at the roundabout, take the second exit.
Will do. Nice one. Pretty cool track. Copy of David Gray's original. Come on. It's extremely dull. Do you know what's a really good program once? It was about Japan, and they were speaking to the train station workers, and they were saying to them, like, they were asking them the question why they're so efficient, and yeah, they make very few mistakes. They're very efficient. They're very helpful. And they asked one guy, and I thought it was one of the best things I've ever heard. And he said, do you know what? He said, there's a lot of things you can take in life. He said, but one thing you're not entitled to do is take other people's time away from them. Which I think is spot on. Because time's the one thing you can't outrun, right? It's completely precious. So this is why everyone gets infuriated on the phone when they're making complaints and stuff. Because you just think, like, you know when you have these calls where you're like, oh, that's 5 minutes, I won't get back.
Then take the slip road.
It drives you mad. Like, you think time is so precious. And you just get people who just think, oh, for God's sake, like...
Take the slip road. Then take the slip road.
Well, I thought that was great, yeah. Because I don't think you should be able to take people's time away.
Take the slip road.
I love the colours of autumn. Also, last night the sky was immense. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but
In
it looked like it was on fire. But it
take
wasn't.
the slip road. Take the slip road. Then turn right onto the slip road.
Will do.
Turn right onto the slip road.
Yes. drivers that are on the roads are sort of European, so obviously it's a bit of a culture shock, isn't it, going from left-hand drive to right-hand drive. Talk about this, but it was on my mind. So I did see all the articles about that poor lad from One Direction. But what I won't go into that too much. I just think he's another person that's been failed by the system. But what I didn't get was everyone was going after Simon Cowell, right, whether you love him or hate him. But surely, rather than go after him, should you not be targeting the person who went and got the narcotics for him? Like, who is it who, I cannot believe that lad was walking around Buenos Aires going, oh, can I buy that off you, mate? Hardly. Someone had to give it to him. So who is that person? Who is that reckless person when I know what's a great idea, I'll go and get him loads of stuff, because that will really help him. Like, why is there no one there that's just like, no, sorry mate, I'm not going to help you that time. You're not in a good way. You need to get back to England and just take stock. You shouldn't be this far from home, like. You know, whether you like all these, whether you like pop stars or boy bands, no one deserves to sort of have their time cut short like that. You know, yes, he was wealthy. I always think to myself with things like that, like, I know it sounds a bit strange, but if you could sort of ask the question, if you went again, what would you prefer? Would you have rather avoided the whole fame trap and then living with a couple of kids in, I don't know, Northampton, right? Or would you still go down that same route? Because I suppose it all comes down to what's important in the end, doesn't it? And I know money does drive a lot of things, and it has to. And fame, you know, but I just think, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't frame fame like we do, as if we make it like an aspiration, like a pedestal. But then you look how many people it affects, and you've got to ask yourself, is that really wise? Like, is it really a good thing to push, you know? Or should we push it just like a nice life, where you don't have all these sort of toxic, horrid people around you that let you do things yourself that you shouldn't? Because in the end, it's obviously the fame that drives it, isn't it? Because they're extremely wealthy, and they don't know what to do with themselves. You know, there's only so many cars, houses you can buy. Once you've got all that, what do? Invest it to make more money? I mean, they give a lot of it away, but they still end up with millions and millions of pounds. I don't know. It's just a thought. I just think it's a shame. Not just when it happened to him, when it happens to all these people. You know, Caroline Flack, people like that. I just feel sad for them.
On the left.
But then equally, you know, these things are out of our control, you know. And that's what I remember people used to say to me a lot, was that
in a quarter of a mile,
you know, you can't worry about
take the
things.
second exit.
You can't worry about things that you can't control, because you've got enough in your own life to worry about, rather than worrying about what's happening to others. You know, unfortunately, that you can try and help, but a lot of it is their choices, you know, and you can't control it. And I suppose it goes back to the thing I was saying earlier about, well, you know, who's getting him all that stuff, but I mean, surely it's too cold to say, well, you know, it's up to him. I mean, you know, when someone's in that frame of mind, I think you do need to sort of, you know, try and intercept whatever's causing it. You know, at least you can push someone in the right. You know, you can only show people the way, can't you? You know, I'm not saying
Exit
someone
the
should have sorted
roundabout.
all that out, but they could have maybe said, maybe you should go and speak to this person, and then it's within that person's control to go and seek what they need. But I don't think the answer was to assist him in getting whatever he wanted. And that's what annoys me, like people sometimes go for the wrong people, and I'm not protecting all these, you know, big producers and companies and stuff. I'm not saying they're in the right as such. All I'm saying is, you know, it's so easy to go for someone like that. But it was the person that, you know, was on the coalface there that went, I'll go and sort that out for you, mate. That's
In
the
a
person
quarter of a mile,
that needs to have
at
a
the roundabout,
bloody long
take the
hard look
first
at
exit.
themselves. Or needs to be held accountable for that. There's a really good thing by Jordan Peterson as well about that, where people become destructive and they don't think they're worth anything anymore. And I do think a majority of people underestimate how important they are and the gap they would leave if they were to do something silly, or, you know what I mean? I just think like people, it's so, you know, people shouldn't be beating themselves up. You just shouldn't. It's hard. It's really hard. But you shouldn't be beating yourself up about it, and I don't think people should ever underestimate how important they are to others and the gap they would leave if they were to do something, you know, that wasn't advisable. Of Aerosmith. Does anyone remember these videos? And the two actresses that were in it, Alicia Silverstone and Liv Tyler. If you go through all those songs, Crazy, Amazing,
In a quarter
they're
of a
always in
mile,
them.
at the roundabout, take the second exit.
That's where they used to make proper music videos, you know. So I used to love the ZZ Top music videos as well with the car. I used to love that car. It just fits so well with their whole like rock makeup, you know. Brilliant. And their crazy guitars at the time. You know, you can't beat their old stuff, right? The old ZZ Top stuff's immense.
In a quarter of a mile,
But that 80s,
turn left.
that period in the 80s, where they were doing that kind of like, you know, the pinch harmonics and all that sort of stuff with the custom car. Brilliant. So good. Amazing. Be alright.
turn left. In a quarter of a mile. At the roundabout, take the first exit.
How high can you fly with broken wings? Down, 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 down. Great riff. Joe Perry's awesome. got that kind of clean, bitey tone. Love it. It's like a little bit overdriven, but it's not too saturated. It's such a great sound. It's such good technique though, isn't it? I saw a good interview with him where he was very much of the opinion that when you play live, you should mix it up a lot, because people want to go and see Aerosmith. They don't want to go and see the CD, you know. I kind of like that. That, you know, when I think a lot of live bands, when they go, they should, rather than stick to the, you know, note for note the album, they should mix it up a bit, you know. Because you do, it's true what you say. You go to see the band, don't you, and the musicians and stuff.
In half
you know,
a mile,
I know you want to hear the songs,
right.
but you want to see them spin it, you know, play it live, do their own thing. That's why I used to like Guns N' Roses a lot, because I used to love like Guns N' Roses live in Paris, and the way they used to do songs there, which is brilliant, you know. Just saw a parked car, and it's obviously been parked there all night, but it's just got a Costa coffee on top of it. So they've obviously taken their coffee out, put it on top of the car, shut the door, locked it, gone back inside. So when they go out this morning, they're going to have a cheeky coffee on the top of their car. I wonder if they're skint enough to bang it back in the microwave, heat it back up and use it again. Why not? It still have the cup on it, like the lid.
Turn right.
Steven Tyler's a killer harmonica player as well. If you listen to Slash's new blues album, Orgy of the Damned, there's a song on there where Steven Tyler plays harmonica, and it's brilliant. It's the one with Brian Johnson. It's a great song. Really good version.
In 50 yards, at the roundabout, take the second exit.
Will do, will do.
In 50 yards, at the roundabout, take the first exit.
Will do. Right, on that note, I hope you all have a fabulous day. No doubt, we'll be back soon. See you later.